Hi, today I'm here demonstrating with a stamp from Technique Junkies. It's called Butterfly Flourish Collage. It's a background stamp, and I'm going to show you how to add color to your background stamps in a couple different ways. Obviously, we all love ink blending. I have my domed foam blenders, which are from scrapbook.com. I have Catherine Pooler inks. The first color was Pucker Up. Second color is Catching Rays. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Tiara from Catherine Pooler and then Cummerbund. And this is going to create a natural rainbow. By ink blending these colors, you'll get a nice blend that will create all the colors of the rainbow. See, when I'm laying down that blue ink, it's blending with the yellow and it's creating green. Then I'm going to grab some Serenade and I'm going to finish off with some purple at the bottom. So we've got a nice vibrant rainbow here. You could splash it with some water. These inks are water reactive, but this is such a beautiful background stamp. It's so versatile. You're looking at it upside down, by the way. When I created my first batch of cards, I didn't realize that I was upside down. The butterfly is supposed to be facing in the other direction. Why is that? Because there's script on this background and the words are upside down though if you lay it out this way. So now I've got some tiara and I'm going to be going through some colors that are reminiscent of a sunset. Next I'm switching over to Catching Rays. So we definitely have yellow and then orange. And of course I have fast forwarded this. So this one is called Party Dress. So, oh no, I'm sorry, this is Tiki Torch. So you see how nice and bright and vibrant that is. I would recommend this combination to anybody who wants to create like a sunset. If you don't have Catherine Pooler inks, but you have Distress Oxides, they also make great backgrounds. I've got Salvage Patina. I've got Mermaid Lagoon. And I've got some Kitsched Flamingo. Those three colors together are very complementary and they make a nice blend. The pink and the blue, when they blend together, make a purple. So not only do you have a light green, a blue, but you also have the purple from blending with the Kitsch Flamingo and the Mermaid Lagoon. I really like that effect. So it's pretty cool to think about that. You just basically are using three colors, but you're getting a nice four color ombre effect. Now you can splash water on this, which I did in the end. Here are some of the finished cards that I made using various ink combinations. Now, this is another way. You can take your ink re-inkers, put them down on your glass mat. If you don't have a glass mat, just use a craft mat and spray a little water and then go ahead and put that card underneath there and pick up some of that. It's like ink smushing, but you're using the plastic wrap to help move the inks around and get that effect. I like that effect. I'm going to show you another way to do it. But here you see I'm adding some more inks. I've got Do-Si-Do, Pucker Up, and Lemon. It's called Chiffon. I was going to call it Lemon Chiffon, but it's called Chiffon. And I do dry my watercolor paper. This is watercolor paper in between. This way I can keep building those layers. So you'll see that I'm showing you me drying this, and that's the reason I want to show you how you can build your layers. And I really like this background. It turned out great. Okay, I'm going to do it another way. So I've got my blues and my purples, and I'm going to slide my panel underneath there. And I'm going to just go ahead and rub that around. Move the saran wrap and do it again. See, I'm getting that nice textured look. I used Serenade Cummerbund together here. And I think it's just pretty, those two colors together. Just a warning, you will get ink on your fingers. So if that's a problem, you might want to wear your gloves. If you're not familiar with Technique Junkies, it's a great company. They've got a wide variety of all sorts of stamps. I can give you a 10% discount on your order. If you look in the description box below, you'll see my coupon code. As a design team member, I can offer you that as a person who watches my videos, and hopefully you'll subscribe to my channel. Hopefully you will ring the bell so that you're notified of when I go live or when I have videos up. Now I'm spraying some Dazzle. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's called Dazzle. It is a shimmering bliss spray from Technique Junkies. So that gives it a nice shiny mica layer. And now I'm just adding the Serenade ink re-inker right on top of what I've already completed. And I'm spraying some water. Now this is very wet right now. This panel is pretty soaked. And then I'll go ahead and add a little bit of cummerbund. Let those colors start to mingle. But I'm going to give them a little hand by adding some saran wrap to the top. This is the classic way to do the saran wrap method. And this gives you actually some really cool variations of color. And you could stop right here and you would have a nice panel. Here I'm doing it on my craft mat. So I'm going for the golden sunset type background. I'm using Catching Rays, chiffon. I don't know why I want to call it lemon chiffon. And I'm using some do-si-do. And those come together, create sort of very bright, vibrant, I love this background, watercolor background. It's just perfect the way it was. It didn't take much. And then here I have some more ink. I can go ahead. I made my paper a little bit wet first. This is watercolor paper. And by making my paper wet, it's going to take that ink. So this is just another way to do your ink smooshing. Just go ahead and put it right on your mat and smoosh it on up there. Another beautiful background. I'm going to spray some Shimmering Bliss. This is the metals, mixed metals Shimmering Bliss spray. You have to check out techniquejunkies.com to see all the wonderful colors they have to offer in the Shimmering Bliss sprays. You could actually make a background just by spraying those sprays onto your paper. That's how versatile they are. Okay, so I've got some purple, some blue. So this is probably cummerbund and serenade and maybe some of the other purple. No, this is just, yeah. And there's a little bit of pink in there too, pucker up. So we've got three colors, cummerbund, serenade, and pucker up. And actually I had stamped both sides of this panel because I had made a mistake on the one side, so I did the back side. And this final one that I'm showing you with the ink smooshing is pinks. So it's pucker up, do-si-do, and a little bit of serenade purple. Now that I have my panels completed, let's go ahead and show you the sentiments that I selected to add to this stamp and these cards. The first one is Hope Makes Our Lives a Little Brighter. It is from the Love, Faith, and Peace set of 10 stamps from Technique Junkies. I'll have these in my description box below. Second is called Let the Wind Guide Your Wishes. I trimmed all these with my decal trimmer. Third is a stamp set with the words Dream, Hope, Wish, Wonder. And I'm going to be putting those on that panel. The next one says, Sometimes good things fall apart, so better things can fall together. And that is Better Things. That's the name of that stamp set from Technique Junkies. And then this one is always one of my favorites. It says, There is always hope. This is called Always Hope. So what's great about Technique Junkies is not only do they have beautiful background stamps, but they've got really nice sentiment stamps, and the prices are very affordable. Shipping is super fast, so when you do place your order, you will see how quickly you receive it. And the variety is it's pretty amazing. The stamps that were released for July are also listed on the Technique Junkies website. And this Butterfly Flourish Collage is a brand new stamp just released for the July 2021 set of stamps from Technique Junkies. Now that I have my sentiment cut out with my decal trimmer, I'm taking chiffon ink and I'm just coloring, instead of it being white, like a stark white, I'm just coloring it with my blending brush so that it's yellow and it has a tone that matches the background watercolor. And I'm going to do this with all of these sentiments. I also grabbed Sandcastle and I grabbed a domed foam blender. These are available through scrapbook.com. I'll have a link to my scrapbook.com affiliate down below. And I'm just taking that and going around the edge. So I try to do this with my sentiment when I cut them out like this. I think it just helps them to stand out a little bit. When I adhere them to the card, I'll use foam tape to give it a little bit of dimension. And then I'll decide what color card base I want to use, whether it be black, white, or color. I have in my stash some ready-made card bases, and I've been using those lately because they add a little bit of color. They're already made, and I definitely just want to get rid of that stack of generic card bases that I've accumulated. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put the foam tape on the sentiment. I'm just going to put it on the card. Remember, this is the correct orientation for the card with the butterfly at the top right corner, but you can do it however you want. You can see that shimmering bliss spray really adds a beautiful sparkly, not sparkly, but iridescent topper. Here we have the finished cards, all finished and on their card bases. These card bases are just generic, but I think they really help the panels, stand out. And I really love how these turned out. These will be going to my subscribers who are celebrating their birthdays in July. So I have some subscribers that are going to be having their birthdays in July, and I wanted to make them birthday cards. So I've got some that look grungy and some that look like rainbows, some that look like sunsets, but all in all, very versatile. You could use this stamp for any occasion. Birthdays, get well, thinking of you, anything that you have an occasion to make a card for and share with somebody, this would be a great one to add to your stash. These two that are coming up right now, I used a die cut from my stash. It says hooray, and I used foil paper, foil cardstock to cut those out. Then I also have a die that says celebrate. It has the background and the regular word. So I used foil cardstock for that. Thank you so much for watching today. It's been great to spend time with you. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the cards. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and you will get notified if you ring the bell of when I go live and when I have my next video up. Again, thank you very much. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.